It's the night before filming starts. I drag Sylus to a film art exhibition in search of inspiration.
This movie tells the story of Mike, a vagrant, and Rufus, a bread merchant, as they embark on a racing adventure.
The exhibit hall is packed with visitors. I'm listening intently to the audio guide when the voice in my earpiece is abruptly cut off. Why did it stop? Don't tell me you grabbed a broken one. I turn to find Sylus dangling the unplugged earbud cable. Amusement shines in his eyes.
I see you have some misconceptions about my luck, sweetie. You don't think listening to these is a waste of time?
We need to find suitable references among all these works. Wouldn't listening to the summaries be faster?
By references, do you mean summarizing every film's plot using the same cookie-cutter template? This movie tells the story of Lucy and Jack, a married couple who reveal each other's secrets.
Realizing his monotonous tone was killing my creative flow, I quickly interrupt him. Okay. When you put it that way, my desire to keep listening dies a little.
In that case, we'll clear our minds.
I follow his gaze to the center of the exhibition hall, where a holographic device automatically generates films based on the viewer's characteristics. So, we'll create our own template instead of relying on others. Using my quick reflexes, I push Sylus into the holographic device's recognition area. Since we're making a dangerous and thrilling film, using you as a reference is perfect. I need you to make a small sacrifice and stand there for a bit.
Don't forget that the film we're making has two main characters.
Before I can move my arm pressed against his back, he grabs my wrist and pulls me into the circular recognition area too.
In these sort of films, there's always a scene where someone drags another person down with them.
I see we don't need this device. You alone are an endless source of inspiration. However, after successfully recognizing the main characters, the display fails to load. Just as I'm about to try again...
This device can only be used after listening to the film commentary.
So, it's a package deal.
Now what? Do we keep listening to the boring commentary? Or would you rather keep squeezing inspiration out of me?
Without any hesitation, I toss the audio guide into the return box in front of the device and link arms with him. Neither. When I stepped onto that device, my head was filled with images, gang shootouts, life on the run. And I have a certain someone to thank for the chance to experience all of that firsthand. A small smile tugs at Sylus's lips as he gently pats my head.
Even the most thrilling things can get a little dull. Making a movie is a refreshing change. And, as the one who kick-started my filmmaking career, you deserve an equal amount of credit.
Because of the pre-production tasks we've been juggling non-stop lately, Sylus and I have thrown our sleep schedules out the window. To reclaim some quality sleep, I ordered a bunch of sleep aids online. Aromatherapy, candles, and this. Leaning against the headboard, Sylus gives the bowl-shaped object in my hands a sidelong glance before drawling.
If you're looking for kindness, shouldn't you be seeking out the charitable? I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place.
And here I thought you had good taste in music. This is a singing bowl. Seeing him unmoved, I scoot closer and press the mallet into his palm. Doesn't it sound nice? Maybe you should consider expanding your musical repertoire and picking up a new instrument. It's more convenient than a pipe organ, and it's not picky about where you play it, so whenever you get the urge.
You mean when you can't sleep?
Not bad. You catch on quick. An amused smile tugs at the corner of his lips as he leisurely twirls the mallet between his fingers.
Are you sure you want me to do the striking? Let's be clear about one thing. I can't always control my strength.
Recalling how he knocked someone out cold with a single punch in the ring, I immediately abandoned that idea. Never mind. I'd rather have my eardrums stay where they are. This probably doesn't suit you. Just as my hand reaches for the diffuser, an unstoppable force intercepts and pulls me under the blanket.
That's enough experimenting for the day. Lulling you to sleep doesn't require all this preparation.
A sense of foreboding flickers through my mind. I raise my hand to cover his mouth before taking this chance to bury my face in the crook of his neck. I'm sleepy, and too bad your lullaby has to be used for another time. Just as I'm about to pull the blanket over my head, my phone lights up with actor profiles the director sent. One of the supporting actors has a scheduling conflict. We found a last-minute replacement, so please look over the resumes. Problems are still popping up before we start filming. I really can't let my guard down for even a moment. Too lazy to get up and move elsewhere, I prop my phone against Sylus's chin and start reviewing the documents. This actor might actually be a good fit.
Lulling you to sleep and doubling as a phone stand. I didn't know I had so many household-related features.
A few more are still in development. Please wait for the updates.
That won't be necessary. A new feature is ready to be tested right now.
Swirling black-red energy takes the phone from my hand and tosses it onto the sofa. You call this a new feature? A forced shutdown?
It's not just for a phone. You too.
A cool palm promptly covers my eyes, while the arm cushioning my neck draws me closer into his embrace.
Unless you want to show up at the shoot tomorrow with dark circles under your eyes. Behave.
Drowsiness quietly creeps in, and I can't help but yawn. Maybe it's because his familiar warmth dispelled my restless thoughts. If I knew this would happen, I wouldn't have wasted time trying those sleep aids. It turns out you're the most effective one. Before filming a gunfight scene, I made a special trip to Sylus's armory to look around before finalizing the firearm selection with the props master. By the time I returned to the set, Sylus has just finished coordinating the explosion sequence. His gaze slips over me.
Didn't you brag about cleaning out the place before you left? Why are you empty-handed? Or are your standards so high that even the things in my armory aren't good enough anymore?
I adjust my jacket to better conceal the metal box tucked against my chest. It's a single trophy I brought back from Sylus's armory. I cast a wide net to reel in a big fish. I don't want just any prey. I only need to snag the most valuable one. Don't you agree?
I'm curious. What could be so valuable to make you sneak around with it this entire time?
Then why does the armory of Anakinus' leader, a place where every firearm is displayed, have something like this? I pull out the finely crafted box and wave it in front of him. Locked away in a box. And it's an exquisite box, too. Don't tell me there isn't a secret hidden inside it. I won't believe you.
Oh, that. Are you sure you want to open it in front of everyone?
Is it something you don't want to reveal? I guess I can help you keep it a secret, but... Before I can continue, Sylus has already unlocked the box. Inside is a gun that looks familiar. Isn't this the gun that shoots heart-shaped smoke clouds? Luke and Kieran gave it to me to use against Sylus, and I was embarrassed.
You're well acquainted with this secret. I doubt I need to explain it to you.
A gun with 0 lethality, and you still felt it was worth keeping?
Someone had the nerve to use a harmless gun while negotiating with me. There's nothing weird about me keeping it as a collectible. I was even kind enough to modify it. No one will laugh at your taste anymore. Do you want to try it out?
I pick up the gun and tentatively pull the trigger. Colorful smoke bursts in the air. I watch it form into a cat head. And this is supposed to be less tacky? Before I can argue further, the pyrotechnics rigged for the explosion scene go off at the same time. Dust and debris fly. It's dusty. Although the firepower is there, it's lacking in the visual department.
You really are a little bomb. You even have standards for explosions. Onakainus's weapons have always prioritized practicality. Aesthetics were never really a consideration. However,
his broad palm covers the back of my hand as he toys with the modified firearm.
if someone is willing to provide a little more inspiration, I wouldn't mind making the next batch of explosives prettier.
We're halfway through filming. I'm discussing special effects with the director when a familiar dark shape flutters into view.
This script calls for a few establishing shots with crows to set the mood. We were planning to add them in with CGI.
After circling me twice, Mephisto lands gracefully on Slyus' shoulder. The director's eyes immediately light up.
Real footage will look better if we can actually get it.
To secure our feathered talent's consent, I lean toward Mephi, who's still perched on Sylus' shoulder. Mephi, do you want to become an international superstar, crow? Your face will be plastered on every billboard. It's more impressive than a certain boss man who's never around.
It looks like I've been keeping a low profile for too long. You underestimated my reputation. Appearing on the international wanted list isn't exactly a challenge, but I don't mind raising my value. You, on the other hand, might want to start thinking about how you'll introduce me to your colleagues.
It's not like the odds of a fruit vendor looking exactly like a wanted criminal are 0. Mephi, does this mean you've changed your mind?
He's saying the only thing he'd be willing to appear on is a wanted poster, not a screen.
Then what if we give your name a wanted poster effect in the special thanks? Mephi's beady eyes brighten as soon as the words leave my mouth, and it's clearly an offering too tempting for any bird to refuse. Like master, like bird. Guess bad influence really does rub off. Maybe all crows are just like that. Sylus wraps an arm around me as we follow Mephi, who's already darting toward the set.
If you can make him bend to your will, I'd say you're not as innocent as you let on.
I place a professional headshot the director sent over on the cabinet and pat Mephi's head. Let's give a round of applause to the greatest avian actor of our time, Mephisto. In this film, he delivered a breathtaking performance as a crow.
Did he win the Best Performance Award?
His range is limited. Playing himself is all he has. I cup Sylus's face in my hands and study it from different angles. It's like how a certain someone would be perfect for playing an evil villain, or a very evil villain.
You're eager to give me a role. Let's see what role suits your true nature.
Your arch nemesis, obviously.
Really? What kind of nemesis struts around the villain's lair and makes herself at home? If you ask me, she must be the villain's kindred spirit.
Seeing the pride written all over Sylus's face, I can't help but pinch his cheek. Good thing only Mephi was given a role. Otherwise, you'd hold the screenwriter hostage and rewrite the ending so the villain wins. In the viewfinder, the leading actor and leading actress sit atop the ruins. The camera pulls back, and the shot stays as the sun rises.
Cut! Congratulations, everyone! That's a wrap.
Amid the cheers, the staff calls the actors by their character names one last time as they hand over their bouquets. Once they receive their flowers, they must bid a temporary farewell to the characters who have been with them for several days and nights.
Everyone else is holding flowers. Are you planning to stand there empty-handed?
It's not customary for producers to receive a bouquet. Besides, our work isn't over yet.
Customary? The only thing I know about rules is that they're meant to be broken.
Sylus steps aside and reveals the prop cart behind him. All the actors' bouquets have been handed out, but there's still an entire cart overflowing with flowers.
For those working behind the scenes, the real show has just begun. But that doesn't mean we can't celebrate a milestone. Pick one to hold for now. The rest will be delivered to your place.
At the long table, the wrap party cake is sliced into small pieces and handed out to everyone. I look down at the slice of frosted cake in my hands. Now that I've received Sylus's bouquet, shouldn't I give him one in return? Sylus walks over with his slice of cake. I scoop the frosting rosette off and pop it into his mouth. If we're celebrating, we're doing it together. Here's your bouquet.
Get back here! I'll pay you back tenfold!
Standing in the middle of the frosting war zone, the two of us seem out of place for some reason. Everyone else is busy fighting each other, but here we are, in our own peaceful bubble.
That just proves we're the only ones who can stay in step with each other. Are you sure this peace will last forever, though?
I get hit by stray projectiles multiple times as we're stuck in the middle of the frosting battlefield. Before I can even wash my face, I hear the photographer shout.
All right, everyone. Personal vendettas need to be put on hold. It's time for pictures. Come to the center.
We end up getting squeezed into the center of the group. When I turn to look at Sylus, I realize his face is unscathed. How are you so clean? You actually managed to dodge the cake?
I didn't move. The cake just avoided me.
It really does take guts to pull a prank on you.
What? Are you disappointed?
An idea pops into my mind. I deliberately tug the hem of his shirt. Sylus.
Yes?
When he leans down, I raise my frosting-covered hand. He tilts his head and dodges it. Defeated, I have no choice but to give up. His warm breath touches my cheek as he presses his nose against mine. He steals the sweet frosting for himself.
I'll let you have this one.
The wrap party picture captures that moment and freezes it in time. The movie has finally finished post-production, and Sylus drags me to the screening room to watch the final cut. Resting against him, I find myself subjected to pinches on my arm and fleeting touches along my neck. The culprit remains oblivious. He's like one of those massage chairs at the theater that randomly attacks your back. It isn't until the cool light from the credits fills the screen that I finally find an opening to wriggle away from him. The final cut is more impressive than I imagined. Even though I already knew the plot, I still find myself tensing at a lot of scenes.
I could feel every change in your mood, sweetie.
You are more touchy-feely than those massage chairs with your pinching and squeezing.
It's probably because you're a nice pillow.
On the sofa, he wraps me up in a blanket. Bundled up, I rest in his embrace as he places his chin on top of my head.
Don't leave just yet. Didn't you say you want to watch it a few more times? Let's keep going.
After we finish the movie, Sylus picks out a bottle of wine from his vineyard to celebrate the upcoming premiere. The crimson wine shimmers with a gorgeous hue in the glass. Accompanying it is a celebratory red packet. It's awfully thin. This doesn't feel like your style. I shake the red packet, and a chip falls out. Printed on its surface is the wrap party photo, but in this version, I only see Sylus and myself with the frosting.
Mephisto was bored, so he recorded some behind-the-scenes footage on set.
Are you sure no one gave him a mission to film exclusive footage?
He underperformed and only captured 20 hours.
Are you making a behind-the-scenes reel or a documentary? 20 hours is still more than enough for a keepsake, though.
What if I want to commemorate every moment?
I shake the chip at him. You cropped the photo down to just us. How is that every moment? Sylus holds his glass by the rim, his fingers sitting on the edge. He gently clinks it against mine.
For me, only keeping what's important is enough.
The dim light softens Sylus's figure. I move closer and tap his chin. For me, the journey we did our best in is the perfect keepsake. It's especially true for my fellow producer. I wrapped my arms around his neck and pulled him toward me. Before we started filming, I thought you'd just go through the motions, to be honest. But during the past few days, you were serious about everything. I was even wondering if you were planning to enter the film industry.
I see your intuition skills could use some work. Why don't you improve your understanding of...
He nudges my legs with his knee, and I sink into his lap. My weight is pressed against his chest.
What exactly is worth my attention and deserves my best?
When you came and said you'd